Welcome to Fright Night. For real.
Fright Night.
Hey folks, it's Rob of Rob's Movie Collection, and we're continuing our month of scary movies for the month of October for Halloween. So, starting with my first vampire movie, I'm not going to start with the most famous vampire, as you all know who that is, but I'll start off with this little vampire movie. It's a fun vampire movie called Fright Night. It is from 1985. It was written and directed by Tom Holland. It stars an actor named William Ragsdale as Charlie Brewster. William Ragsdale went on to play the lead in a TV show called Herman's Head, which was on the fledgling Fox network back in the 80s or early 90s or something. Fright Night also stars Chris Sarandon as Jerry Dandridge, the vampire of the movie. He's been in a lot of movies. I'm sure you've seen him. Most notably, he was in The Princess Bride. Co-starring Amanda Beers, who also went on to the Fox network, playing Marcy on Married with Children, and directed a lot of those episodes as well. Also starring Stephen Jeffries as Edward Evil Ed Thompson. He was in a lot of other horror movies, including 976 Evil, and then went on to star in gay porn. I'm not kidding about that. Look it up. And finally, last but definitely not least, Roddy McDowall as Peter Vincent. Anything with Roddy McDowall in it is just great already right there. That should sell you on it right there. Roddy McDowall just been around for so long, since Lassie through Planet of the Apes, Fright Night, and just he had an amazing career, and in my opinion, he is the reason that this film is such a great film. He brings a lot of humor to it, and just his great Roddy McDowall presence. The plot revolves around 17-year-old Charlie Brewster, who's a fan of horror movies, and particularly a TV show that shows old horror movies. It's hosted by Peter Vincent, Roddy McDowall, and he's kind of like this old washed-up actor who used to play this vampire hunter, and now he hosts a show kind of like the way Elvira used to do the shows on Channel 9, and would show these movies. And so one evening, Charlie discovers that his new next door neighbor is in fact a vampire. Jerry Dandridge is a vampire, and there's been a bunch of murders going on, and he's responsible for them. So of course he tells his mother and his friends, and of course no one believes him. He tells the police, they don't believe him. In the meantime, the vampire realizes that Charlie knows about him and threatens him and tells him to forget about things, which Charlie does not do. So who does he have to run to? Who's left? Peter Vincent, the great vampire hunter, who does not believe him, but decides to humor him, because I think he pays him. And they go to Jerry Dandridge's house, and just as he's about to convince himself and convince Charlie that, hey, see, there's nothing here, he finds out that Jerry Dandridge is indeed a vampire. And then the story goes from there. So, great little movie. I didn't get a chance to see this movie in the movie theater when it came out, but I saw it on VHS, and it was still good. It was just as good. It had one of the creepiest looking vampires. I mean, you can see her right there. I mean, that is a creepy looking vampire. I've never seen a mouth that big on a vampire before. And it was just neat. Great little special effects. You know, this is before CGI. And they did a great job with the prosthetics and the makeup jobs, and just, it was really great and a lot of fun. I tend to like horror movies that are fun. I know being scared is the whole point, and that's a lot of fun for people. It could be pretty scary too, but just a whole lot of fun. I highly recommend this movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a good little film to start out with before you get into the really bloody stuff. A lot of fun. So Fright Night, that's a third one for the month, and we're hopefully going to do a lot more for this month. I don't know if I can do one every day, but definitely kind of try to work my way through to October 31st. Okay, so check out Fright Night if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, check it out again. I had a lot of fun watching it again for this retrospective. So till next time, keep watching scary movies. All right.